Hello, romance writers. Welcome back to Write with Heart. I am Jenna Harte, and today we're going to be talking about unlocking book reviews, pro tips for romance writers. So your book is written and you are ready to get it published. So what do you do next? Well, if you're like most authors, you are going to spend some time during your pre-launch to seek reviews. Why? Because research shows that reviews play a role in sales. In a 2018 survey by Gigi Griffiths at The Ramble revealed that 52% of readers read reviews where only 13% read the blurb. Further, only 7% of them indicated that a prominent ad placement or a free or sale opportunity of the book encouraged them to buy. And in another interesting survey, Northwestern Spiegel Research determined that the peak review influence over buying occurred when reviews were somewhere between 4 to 4.7 stars. Above that, and consumers appeared to be suspicious of the review, as if it wasn't a true review. Since reviews are so important, I wanted to give you 18 ways to get reviews for your upcoming release or even for your backlist. Number 1, ask for reviews at the end of your books, right after they read the end. In your ebooks, you can even include a link to the review site or to a page that has links to the book at the various book retailers. Number 2, build a list of romance book bloggers, including bloggers who specialize in the subgenre of your romance. At least 3 months or more out from the release of your book, you're going to want to contact these bloggers to ask for a review. Now, you can find these bloggers by doing a Google search on something like romance book bloggers. Another option is to research for reviews on published books that are similar to yours to see where their reviews are posted. So, for example, you could do a search on the title of the book and then add review, or the title and book review. You can also find book bloggers and reviewers by checking the editorial review section on Amazon pages with books that are similar to yours. In this section, authors and publishers can list reviews from other sources, such as blogs. When you find blogs that would be a good fit for your romance, check to see if they have any sort of review policy or guidelines on how to submit and request a review, and then be sure to follow them. Now, if they do not have guidelines, you can go ahead and use their contact page, or however they indicate you can get in touch with them to reach out to the blogger. Let the blogger know why you think your book is a good fit for their blog and include your blurb and bio, as well as how you can deliver the book to them. Now, while this is more time consuming, when you do send your email, be sure to personalize it to the blogger so that they don't feel they're part of a mass emailing. Number 3 is to reach out to BookTube, BookTok, and Bookstagram. Similar to bloggers, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram have romance readers who read, review, and recommend books. Searching these platforms using hashtags or keywords around romance books and reading can help you find them. Another option is to use a paid resource that has a database of influencers such as Promoti. Influencer Marketing Hub also has a list of other resources, and just an FYI, I am not endorsing, I am just giving you the resources for you to check out, and I will have links to those in the description below. Now, if an influencer does review your book, be sure to follow, share, and give them a big thank you. The 4th way to get reviews is through book podcasts. Reach out to podcast hosts who feature authors or do book reviews and inquire if they would be interested in reviewing your book, or even better, having you as a guest on their podcast. You can find podcasters the same way you can find bloggers. And you'll want to pitch them the same way that you pitch bloggers, by following their pitch guidelines or contacting them with your book information. And be sure to listen to a few episodes before you pitch so you can be sure that your book will be a good fit. Number 5 way to get reviews is to send out advanced reader copies, or what we also call ARCs. Now, of course, this is the same version of the book that you will be sending to book bloggers or podcasters and influencers prior to your book release. But here are some other resources that you can use to send out your ARCs. Distribute them to your alpha and beta readers. These are readers that have helped you improve the book, which means they are not only a great support for you, but they're also invested in your success and will likely want to give you a review. And be sure to distribute them to your ARC team, and you can build this through your email list and social media. You can also use services such as Booksprout or Book Sirens, which can help you reach readers and build your ARC team. You can also use something like Readsy Discovery, which will give you access to their readers as well as a promotional page, and you have the potential of having a listing on the Readsy feed or in their newsletter for readers. While a bit more expensive, you can also use NetGalley, where you can post your book and readers can request it in exchange for a review. Many book bloggers and book podcasters use NetGalley as a source of books to read. And at an even higher cost point is Kirkus Review or Forward Clarion, which offer review services as well. Number 6 is to build your email list. Now, once you've built your list, you can email your subscribers about your new book and occasionally remind them to leave a review. For more information on how authors can build an email list, you're going to want to check out my video on that topic, and I will have a link to it in the description below. Number 7 is to have a review page on your author website. Now, this can be a great place to share reviews, although you want to note that reviewers hold copyrights to the reviews they leave on other websites, so you don't just want to copy and paste, you're going to want to get their permission. This page can also be a place where you can ask readers to leave reviews on book sites or Goodreads. And when you do that, remember to have the links directly to the book on the retailer or Goodreads so that they can easily click and leave a review. Finally, you can have a way for readers to leave reviews directly onto your website. If your website is built on WordPress, there are review plugins that you can add. If you use Shopify, you can add review apps. If you're on any other platform, check out to see if they have any add-ons or apps that you can use to add reviews. An 8th option is to connect directly with active reviewers on Amazon. You want to search for books that are similar to yours and scroll down to the reviews. You can click on the reviewer to learn more about them, such as other books they reviewed and their reviewer rank. Sometimes they'll include a website or contact information. And you want to pitch them the same way you would pitch bloggers, influencers, or any other reviewers. The next place to get reviews would be on a place that's all about books, like Goodreads. There you can create an author profile and add your book to the library and then connect with readers and other authors. Number 10 is social media. When using social media, you're going to want to regularly post updates about your books and encourage your followers to leave reviews. You can use relevant hashtags to help increase the visibility of your posts, and don't forget to engage with your followers by responding to comments and any shares or messages that they share about you and your books. Number 11 is to participate in review exchanges. You can join online groups or forums where authors exchange books and review with each other. You just need to remember that you are also committing to reading the other author's book, so you need to make sure that you have time to do that and that you post your review in a timely manner. Number 12 is to have book giveaways and contests. You can organize giveaways on social media platforms such as doing author takeovers on Facebook or through Goodreads or your author website. I do have a video on Facebook author takeovers. I will include a link to it in the description below. And what you can do is then ask the winners of your books to leave a review after they have finished reading it. Now, before hosting a giveaway or a contest, be sure to be clear on the rules and conditions of your giveaway to your participants, as well as any rules or laws in your area to make sure that you don't break them so you don't have any legal hassles. Number 13 is to reach out to book clubs. You can contact local or online book clubs and offer to provide them with copies of your book for review. Even better is to ask to be a speaker at one of their meetings. Number 14 is to check out Library Thing. Library Thing is similar to Goodreads, a place for people who love to read. You can list your book on Library Thing and then offer it up for review in their early reviewers program. Number 15 is local newspapers and magazines. You can contact your local newspapers and magazines, especially the ones that have a book review feature, and see if they would be interested in reviewing your book. And if your book taps into something local or newsworthy, even better. Number 16 is online book tours. Now, on a tour, you'll be accessing many of the resources we've already talked about, such as bloggers, podcasters, and YouTubers. Now, some of these tours will just have information about your book or maybe an interview, but others also will include a review. Now, you're going to want to plan your book tour well in advance of your book release and make sure that you have a detailed schedule, but that it is something that you can meet. And if you don't want to set up the tour yourself, there are services out there that can set it up for you. To find these services, you can do a search on book tour services. Number 17 is to reach out to your previous reviewers. If this isn't your first book, reach out to the reviewers of your past book and see if they'd be interested in reading and reviewing your next book. And finally, number 18 is to use your email signature. One of the easiest ways to remind people to review your books is to include a request for a review in your email signature, along with a link to where your book can be purchased and reviewed. Now, you will get reviews that come in as your books sell from readers that bought them and read them, but you can boost your sales and your reviews by actively seeking reviews using some or all of the 18 ideas I've shared with you today. You just want to remember to be polite, respectful, and not too pushy when you're asking for reviews. And of course, you're going to want to express your appreciation for the reviewer's time and the feedback, whether it's positive or negative. I also want to give a quick warning about negative reviews. First, I want to give you an important reminder about reviews. Reviews are not for authors. Reviews are for readers. Second, I think we need to define what a negative review is. I've come across authors who fuss in author groups about getting a 4-star review. But you have to remember that reviews are subjective. There are readers out there that are extremely generous with their 5 stars, and there are others that are going to make you work for it. Plus, you have to remember earlier that there are readers who might be suspicious of 5 stars, so 4-star reviews might be better for encouraging more sales. It's in my opinion that the 1 or 2 stars are the ones that are not ideal. And when you do get a bad review, as all authors eventually do, your best course of action is to do nothing. There are booktubers out there that do videos on authors who fuss about bad reviews directly to the person who left them a bad review or otherwise in public on social media, and it always ends up looking bad for the author. It's important to remember, like I said, reviews are not for you, the author. It's your beta readers and your editors are the ones who are there to give you feedback. Reviewers are there to help other readers decide if they want to buy your book. Here are some important things to think about when you get bad reviews. First of all, a few bad reviews among mostly good ones can actually be a good thing. It shows people who are reading them that they are real, and that makes them more comfortable in buying. Further, bad reviews can sometimes help sell a book depending on what the review says. Getting a bad review because there's too many sexy bits could be the reason another reader decides to buy it. Further, while reviews are not for you, they can give you feedback. If you're getting bad reviews because of editing or formatting issues, those are things that you can fix if you're an independent author. If you're traditionally published, it might be a bit more of a challenge. And once you've made the fix, you can add a note in your description that the new version was updated to fix them for the future. And it is possible that you could ask Amazon to re-deliver the book to the previous buyers so that they can have the fixed version as well. A bad review can help you improve your cover or blurb if for some reason it is attracting the wrong reader, and those readers are leaving bad reviews because they had different expectations based on your cover or blurb. The first covers for my romance series gave off a bit of a sweet romance vibe, and sure enough, at least one reviewer fussed about the sexy bits. So when I got my rights back, I made new covers that better fit the books and what readers would find when reading them. So that's it, 18 ideas on how to get more book reviews. I'm curious if you have other ideas on how to get book reviews, and if so, please let me know in the comments below. Now, if you would like to read a text version of this video, you can do so at writewithheart.com, and I will include a link to that post in the description below. And if you haven't yet visited Write with Heart, I invite you to come by. It is a free online community for romance authors where you can set up a profile, access a growing library of tools and resources. You can start your own blog. You can participate in groups. We have weekly tips and industry news. We have weekly Zoom calls for support and camaraderie, and a whole lot more. Did I mention it was free to join? I think I did. So be sure to stop by writewithheart.com. Thank you again for watching this video. Until next time, this is Jenna Harte wishing you peace, love, and happily ever after.